If you want to be in the video, stop, you can't bother me. Come on, Billy, no. Don't hit your head again. All right. It was with Emilia, that's me, and I have returned back to Finland from Belgium, and I'm absolutely not happy about my trip, and I'm gonna walk you through it today. If you're now expecting some fancy videos and pictures from the venue and the event, I'm sorry, that's not gonna happen because this is not even give me an A for effort situation. I have not taken any pictures or videos, so you're just gonna have to trust my word. Anyway, before I go into any details where actually I'm not even pissed off. I'm just, I don't even know what am I on. Anyway, the event was like super nicely organized, so congrats for all the organizers about that. It was so nice to see my friends, and I had very gracious host, so I didn't have to pay a hotel. That is wonderful. I did some mistakes. I think the competition was a bloody disaster. I necessarily didn't enjoy my traveling either. I did this tiny little mistake that I, don't ask why, booked my flights from Ryanair, which I've never done. Apparently this is common knowledge that don't do it. I did it anyway. I had great plans. I'm gonna work in the plane, but they don't have Wi-Fi. Also have booked this window seat. I didn't get a window seat. Which is, by the way, funny. I went to the plane and somebody wanted to sit, like they had a seat in the middle. So I was it was a teenage girl. I gave her the space. And then I realized that right after her is coming her father, I guess. And I can just see when he starts saying, yeah, do you want to change the seat with me? And I'm like, no. But luckily, that teenage girl was like, while I was trying to panic and don't know what to say, then she goes and says, I don't want to sit with you. And I'm like, I never sit down so fast. And I was like, well, that's settled then. As a business person, I do have to admire Ryanair a little bit, because I always tell my clients that you cannot really compete what your service is not, and obviously their service is a joke. So I really have to give kudos for actually also them building the marketing around it. Anyway, I do get to Belgium. My flight was leaving 1 hour late, but let's just ignore that. There was sunshine, there was everything. Thanks for whoever ordered that sunshine. It was actually brilliant. I haven't seen the sun for some time now in Finland, so that was a pleasant surprise. I got settled in, and then in the night we went to maybe it was a night, but we went to the venue to set it up. Obviously, I'm absolutely no use, so I was basically just sitting there watching other people work. Okay, I did some name tags. I did some other stuff. I gave my opinion that nobody asked. And then out of nowhere, this is the most random situation. So I already have this issue that when people come to me and they're like, hi Emilia. So my brain always goes like, am I supposed to know this person? But this time, somebody who I already heard speaking French and speaking English with a very non-Finnish name comes up to me and speaks perfect Finnish out of nowhere. And I'm like, huh? I have to say, I was like completely off guard. I was like, first of all, that was like a very strong feeling. Okay, so if somebody speaks to me in Finnish, I'm probably supposed to know them, but then I'm also like not sure. And I'm like, also like, I don't really speak Finnish. It's my native language, but I don't really speak that much Finnish. So it's very unnatural to me. And I'm like, what do I do? So that would be definitely the first one. Nice guy though. Said that I'm a living legend. I don't think that's a very correct term for me, and even if you separate those words, I don't think I'm barely either one. But thanks for the compliments. I live for the compliments. And also I was like super tired. So this whole trip was actually kind of like my test run, like if I can actually travel alone and if I will survive. I had this new medication to hide the symptoms of my other medication, which I know sounds a bit odd. But I swear to God, I don't know if they were not working, but that night I was so tired. I was so much hurting. I was trying to read my messages at night and I could not, like, I don't understand anything that's happening in this world. So I'm just thinking that if the meds were actually working, then how bad is it without them? But we'll have to see, because I do have to travel without them soon to Sweden, and then I'm still thinking about going to the Norway, which I know I've said hundreds of times, and I still haven't actually taken any action to buy flights or register for that. I think I'm still gonna go. And at this point, well, not at this point, I already knew much earlier that this is gonna go to complete, like this is gonna be show. And I also knew that some hero put me on table number 1 and table number 2. Okay, I did agree on it, so I'm the problem. But I know that that's not gonna happen. I already knew that I'm not gonna do too well. And when you are being put on table number 1 or 2, there's the only way you can go is down. Oh, let's be honest. And even though I knew I'm not gonna do too well, I didn't expect to actually do that terrible that I did end up doing on the next day when the competition started. That is probably my worst results ever, and like no shade, but I thought I'm going to Belgium. The only people I'm kind of competing against are some couple other internationals that are usually kind of like a little bit faster than me or a little bit slower than me. But yeah, that did not go too well. So anyway, the competition day starts. This was obviously the puzzle for the individual. Oh my god. I don't know what I was even doing in that competition. So, I actually did this again yesterday. I was kind of hoping that yes, I just suck with this puzzle and I'm just over dramatic. It didn't go that bad in the competition. So let me just show you now that I did this at home what happened. So statistically speaking, I always do my best times in the competitions. It's also one of the rare cases that if I take a competition puzzle home and I do it again, I'm pretty much the same time or even slower. I've done that almost with any world's puzzle or other competitions. Yes, I have been a little bit declining with my progress lately. But anyway, I was kind of expecting, this wasn't like a day yesterday that the happy goes lucky and stars align. I'm actually taking my cytotoxic medication on Tuesday, so this wasn't kind of like luck with this. I think this is like showcasing what a joke my competition performance in Belgium was. I was expecting to do this maybe closer to hour at home. Right now I have absolutely nothing more than utter disgust over my performance in Belgium. And I honestly cannot even watch this. This is like embarrassing to me, to be honest. I have no words for this, I'm sorry. This is just stupid. This is really stupid. I'll tell you that much. Okay, so final time 43 minutes and 54 seconds. For those who don't know, so I started on the individual on table number 2. I ended up placing 12th and my time was closer to 55 minutes. And yes. And to be honest, I wasn't even really trying yesterday when I did that. I just wanted to see how over dramatic I was, expecting to have a similar time. Yes, I was pissed. Actually, no, pissed is just the wrong word. I was like, I don't know what I was. So then I wish I could tell you like a good stories for the pairs I was put on the table number 1. We had this puzzle that I've actually done solo last year, maybe last summer or something, and I did it in 40 something. So I was like, okay, this at least like it doesn't even matter how well I'm not doing today. Like this cannot go. This is like an easy top 3. No. So my pair did great. I did not do great. I don't even know what pieces did I put in. I put like maybe some. I put some pieces in, not too many. We placed 6th with time of like 38 minutes, which is awfully close to my original solo time. And it's also not very nice to also disappoint other people. So yeah. After the pairs, I was completely like, I am so done with this. Like, I am so done. I am so done. And I could not even keep it like together. It was so visible probably on my face that like I'm checked out from this. This is not fun. And here's the thing. It's one thing to have a bad day or bad performance. We all have those. It's also one thing that, you know, when you want to get better at something, you have to do things you don't always enjoy. But if I'm fully honest, I've already known this for a little bit longer. I've done a couple EJJs for the last few weeks, and I'm like, seriously have not been feeling it. It has not been about the results. It's already when I'm about like, I'm checking my calendar, I'm like, oh my god, I have a competition tonight. Like I'm already in the mode, I don't want to do it. So I'm not actually that upset about my results or the performance. I'm just not enjoying speed puzzling right now. And that is actually the thing that kind of upsets me. So if you've been watching my EJJ streams, first of all, I shouldn't be competing, and I should definitely not be streaming when I'm feeling this way. So I literally, like, I can hear myself. I sound like I'm being forced to do something I don't want to do, and I actually do feel that way. I also did the EJJ yesterday, and Daniel was after it, and you're like, I think you need a break. So yeah, that's what I should have done like weeks ago. But I went to Belgium, and it was horrible. Now the issue is that everybody else always seems to think that I'm upset about the results. Quite honest, I am not. I don't know, if you don't want to believe me, then don't believe me. And if this is like news to somebody at this point, I'm not the most modest person in this universe, so you don't really need to tell me like, oh, just remember you're still such a great puzzler. Like, I know. My issue is that I just don't enjoy it right now, and I'm overwhelmed. And also like another thing, but I don't know how to explain this. I said, I don't really care the result for that much, but I don't like the chatter, and I don't like other people's opinions. And I also don't want to kind of like disappoint other people. So I would like literally pay somebody €1,000. They could just click the reset button, and I could go into an event or competition where nobody knows who I am. Nobody even cares that I exist. I would absolutely love that. But I'm so over the point that it's never gonna happen again. So just have to learn how to deal with it. And now I need to get my head together because this is a disaster. I'm supposed to be in Sweden like in 1 week. We're leaving actually, yeah, in 1 week. And I would not like to be the negative Nelly over there and also disappoint my team. It's actually, this is an interesting fact, in Sweden it's gonna be my first time competing with the team that I'm actually fastest. I think I'm fastest team member. So I feel like I'm more like, I don't want to disappoint people, but also like at this moment I can't do this anymore. No worries, I still enjoy coaching and commentating. By the way, that was wonderful because I did that for the teams. Also, although our live stream didn't exactly work, I'll get to that. That's I still enjoy, so I'm like also like very careful that I don't want to destroy that also by pushing myself doing speed puzzling, and then I eventually will start hating coaching as well because I don't actually really get me very energized, and I really love it so much, so I don't want to ruin that one as well by pushing it too hard. Anyway, you're probably already tired of my complaining. Let me give you some tip. One tip for a video at least. This is actually not that hard puzzle, but this is like very tricky to do with the pair, and it comes down to the communication because you need to play a little bit alias here when you're explaining what are you doing. So you are like on the same map what everybody's doing. So it has very much different textures, so really easy to see what goes where. The issue is that everything is blue, so you cannot just tell your pair that, oh, I'm doing the blue part. And it's really hard to explain these textures. I heard somebody call this middle part of this dress like a jeans, or like I think denim would be the correct term. But yeah, it's really hard. And also the colors here are a little bit mixed. So for example, this jacket looks a bit more purple. And yeah, everything is just blue. So you have to really communicate well of what you're doing so you don't end up doing the same things. Communication is the key, true story. And also, by the way, this is actually one thing I have to get out of my chest. I do apologize. I don't know who I should apologize because I don't know who was it. But when we were doing the pairs, there was a man who brought a piece from the floor. They are thinking that it was ours. I realized very shortly it's not ours. It was on our table. I kind of think I said to take it away, but I don't think I gave that person even 3 seconds to do it. And I very aggressively threw it to the side. So I do want to apologize that. A little bit too aggressive for a person who had all good intentions, so I apologize for that. Yeah, not my proudest moment. Sorry for that. But then I feel like the event was kind of safe because I was doing the commentary for the teams. First of all, we had a major audio issues. We lost our video. I tried my best. I don't think that live stream actually exists anymore. But it was fun and I did it with Catherine. So we also took these very cute pictures with Catherine. Yay! Aren't we cute? Yeah, we're the best. But we had so much fun. So we didn't have the video. So we actually went to walk around the tables and kind of going closer so we could actually see what's happening. Because it's really hard to do a commentary when you don't see anything that is going on. So we were just walking around. I almost fell from the stage. Okay, I have to show you a picture and try to explain this, but you can see there is on the side, there is the stairs. But obviously next to the stairs, you can still walk on the high, when kids try to balance on the side of walking road. So I was up there and then you can see there is this trolley looking thing. So that's actually meant for when we set up the event. So all the tables were on that and then you can push them around. So I didn't realize that it's moving. I thought it was part of the structure. So I leaned on it and almost fell. That was a bit funny. I think I would have felt on the table of the winners, but at least they won with such a great time difference, so it probably would have not slowed them down anyway. And yeah, then we were kind of this is so funny. We were just walking around and doing the commentary and interviewing people. And at one point, because I knew we had such an audio and video issues, I made this joke. You know what? Imagine if they now tell me that they haven't heard our commentary, any audio for the last half an hour. And I think it was 15 minutes after that, our technical guy, our volunteer, comes to say, and we lost your audio 15 minutes ago. So I'm sorry, our jokes went down the drain. This is horrible. We were so funny. I think we were funny. I think the person who was listening to our audio, not the live stream, said that we're extremely entertaining. So thank you for that. I'm very honored by that comment. But yeah, I had so much fun commentating, even though apparently nobody ever ended up hearing my commentary with Catherine. But we had so much fun. We're gonna do a Twitch live stream together at some point. And yeah, to be honest, after that I was actually quite happy. You could see it in my face. I had much more energy. It's something that I really like to do, although I wasn't physically maybe feeling the best. Oh, and you know what? Brim got to meet the unicorn crew. Oh my god, we took so many pictures with Brim and the unicorns. That was the cutest thing ever. That was the meetup of the year, I'm telling you that much. And also in the competition there was 4 people that I've been coaching, so I'm always obviously proud, but there was there was one person who did I think 20 minutes faster than they were just a month or 2 ago. So yeah, my proudest moments as usual. And also I got a copy of this team puzzle, so I'm probably gonna do it actually today. I was actually thinking that I would film it for this video, but obviously I have to I do all puzzles these days with the camera, so I probably have to stop doing that as well. So I'm just gonna do it. Okay, I'm gonna try to do it for fun, just for myself. Let's see how that will go. Anyway, on the last day, so this was the thing. So when I originally bought my flights, it was a couple days after that somebody was like, hey, there is this puzzle marathon, do you want to join us? But I already bought my flights in a way that I was not able to participate, which is really sad because participating in one of those puzzle marathons is like biggest dream of mine. I think that's actually something I would really enjoy with the right people, of course. So I was really sad that I'm gonna miss it. But then my host was once again gracious enough and said that we can actually go and see it before they will take me to the airport. Nice. I loved the event. I didn't puzzle there obviously, but it was so nice, and I also really enjoyed because I got to talk with my friends like one-on-one while they were on the break. If I need to summarize the whole trip, I would say BCDEF me. So then I flew back, and yeah, I was 1 hour in on the plane and 2 hours to go before landing, and I got this notification on my phone, and I'm like, heaven, is it you? I need to stop making these jokes. I'm sorry. By the way, look at my nails. I don't want the costume nails, like I was thinking about doing like a Belgian flag or something. But yeah, I don't like costumey stuff, so I was just thinking what comes if you mix black, yellow and red and ended up with this color. Of course I destroyed my nails already before I arrived. But anyway, I think that's all I have. Actually, I do have one more thing. So the Belgium Association is actually donating some of their profits to the project called Stand Up Against Muscle and Nerve Diseases, and I also did there my own donation of 200 euros, and you should go and donate too, I'm telling you. Now this is the issue, I'm just saying. So when you have a rare disease, and my doctor has said this, it is like extremely hard to get funding for the research because it's not very profitable to, for example, find solutions to some diseases that just a few people have. So I really find this cause very important, and I hope that actually maybe more puzzle associations and companies would do some charity. And also, while I was doing my donation, I learned that in most of European countries you actually get tax deduction if you donate. We don't have that in Finland, but I think your country may have. So I'm gonna put this in the description, you can check it out. I would absolutely love if you would go and donate or share or whatsoever, and let's make world a better place together. All right, I know that's a cliche, especially after all my complaining, but that was my trip. Never again, except maybe next year, and I will hopefully see some of you in Sweden in 2 weeks. See you next time. Bye bye.